That retired dude here for another video. It's a last minute video trying to catch the day before it's over. It's about 8:30 p.m. I've been contemplating this video for a few hours. It's a video I really didn't want to make, but I have to make it. If you've been following my videos lately, you know that I've taken my car to a place called Lux Auto Concepts in Shreveport, Louisiana, where they did some work I wanted done to the car. They ceramic coated the car, which, I mean, it is shiny and it is glass smooth. I mean, it really is. They took my old PPF off my mirror caps and my bikini PPF off the front of the car from here forward. That was yellowing and it wasn't peeling. It was peeling on the very, very bottom. And they took it off and they put new stuff, new PPF on the car. Same, but all over the car. They ceramic coated the car, the windshield, all the glass, all the metal. They polished it, they buffed it, degreased it. They ceramic coated the wheels also. They did a good job. I paid them a good amount of money for the work they did. And I already noticed for the miles I put on it that the brake dust has not stuck to the wheels as much, just like they said that they would not. For the miles I've driven since I picked it up, these wheels should be black, and they're not. They're still bronze. And they told me that was going to happen with ceramic coating. However, when they took the ceramic coating, the PPF off of the mirror caps the first time, and I picked it up, whoever took the ceramic coat, I keep saying ceramic coat, whoever took the PPF off was not the same person, obviously, who put it back on, because they did not put the PPF back on the mirror caps. I took the car. I was gone for a few days. I went to Texas with the car, called them on the phone, and they said, well, when you come back, just let us know, and we will, it's a car cover I bought that I need to put on. They said, let us know when you're back in town, and we will put the mirror caps PPF back on. So I did that. When I came back in town, I contacted them. I took it down there to have them do it all over again. And I noticed a couple issues. One issue was that the PPF was bubbling up on this passenger side mirror. There's a spot right here. Where is it? Right there, where it's coming up. There was a spot over here that was coming up also. I called them and they said that for me to bring it back tomorrow morning, and they would take it all off on those two mirrors and put it back on. That mirror has a couple bubbling places. It's a very convex shape mirror cap. So, you do have to do some work to get that PPF to go around a curve. I understand that. But what I noticed also when I was looking at this today was that underneath this mirror here, and I've already called them about this, is that I noticed a black line. You can see this black line right there if the camera focuses. Come on, camera. If you see that black line, what you don't see, that I thought was a dirt line, is where the old PPF came off. And when they put the new PPF on it, they cleaned the whole top of this mirror, but apparently not the bottom, because the PPF is wrapped around right on top of that dirt line. So that dirt line that you're looking at there is under the PPF. And I most certainly called them today and told them about that. So it's going back tomorrow to have all that fixed. However, the biggest issue I have is, as you saw in my thumbnail, is my tail light. I noticed, and the thing about this tail light that I'm having an issue with is, if you look at this tail light, there's some cracking right here. It looks like delamination all along here. A little bit of cracking up there, up here, up to there. So the issue here is that when I took the car down there, That mirror, I'm sorry, that light was not like that. So I can't say, I'm at a crossroads here as to responsibility here, because it wasn't like that when I took it in there. And as evidence of that, I made several videos when they had the car doing work on it. I would go down there every couple of days and I would film some of the progress that they were making. And excuse my pausing here. I'm trying to set this camera up so I can go sit down. So I went down and was filming some of the progress they were making, but I was paying attention to, the polishing. I mean, they sanded this thing down, buffed it, PPF'd it up there in the front, ceramic coated the whole thing. They ceramic coated the grill, the air extractor, all the glass. They ceramic coated everything. So when I got the car back, I was paying attention to, this thing is butter smooth. I mean, it really is. It's butter smooth everywhere. It rained when I had the car, and literally rain will not stick to this car. But I did not notice when I picked it up all this cracking and delamination in my tail light. So I went back to the last video that I made about 2 days before I picked it up, and the light was in perfect condition. So the only thing I can think of is that when I went to pick the car up a couple of days after that last video, the car was sitting in the parking lot where they do business. And the only thing I can think of is maybe somebody hit the car. The car is low. I mean, it can get underneath the bumper of trucks, or other things. And there's a lot of trucks in that parking lot. The only thing I can think of is that somebody bumped into it and cracked it and just backed up and took off, or maybe one of their employees backed it, because it was backed into the parking space that I pulled it out of. Then maybe somebody backed it into a parking space. I wouldn't think they would hit a car and not say anything, but I would certainly think that a person might hit it and not say anything. So it looks way worse in person than it looks on this video. And it's going back tomorrow. I've looked up online what it costs to replace these. I mean, the cheapest ones I can find that are used are like $550, and I wouldn't buy one without buying the other. I would imagine, being brand new, they probably cost $1,000 a piece, probably, because they're partial parts. If anybody has any suggestions on that, by all means, let me know, and like, share, subscribe, and do all the other good YouTube stuff. Please hype the video and smash the like button so YouTube can send this out to other people. But I just wanted to make a video about that. It's going to be a continuation video, because tomorrow morning I'm taking it in there. I'm not leaving it. I'm going to leave it, but I'm not leaving. I'm going to stay there until they remove that PPF off those mirrors and replace it. And I'm going to have a discussion with them about this light. But by the time I actually saw the light, I'd had the car for over a week. It's been here. But once you have a car that long, it's easy for anybody to say, hey, you know what? We didn't do that. You didn't mention it the day you picked it up. So, I'm kind of stuck as to what to do about this. I do have a solution that I'm going to bring to their attention tomorrow, and I will update that. So right now, I want to just bring that to the attention of the audience before it goes in tomorrow, because in the next part of the video, it won't be like this, I hope. So let me let you get a look at it from a different angle, because it looks bad enough from this angle, but when you go this way, it looks even worse. I mean, it looks like, if someone had taken the taillight off and dropped it and it landed on the edge. But I just don't see how that was possible, because in their shop at Lux Auto Concepts, all they do is ceramic coating and wrapping. And for my car, there was no reason to remove the lights to do PPF on the front of the car and polishing, buffing, and ceramic coating. So there was no reason for the lights to come off. So, and they didn't tell me they were taking the lights off. As a matter of fact, we discussed that And the discussion was that, there's no reason to disassemble any of the car. They did everything as it was right here on the car. So let's see what we discuss tomorrow. Good morning, folks. Never Tired Dude. It's the next morning. So I wanted to briefly go over what I just went over before we head down to Lux to get them to start working on this situation. So this is a better look at these taillights in the daytime, where you can see that something happened to them, to this light, and I don't know at all what happened to this light. So the other problem I have that I brought up just a little while ago in this video was there's a right here when they put this PPF on, that dirt line right there, which shouldn't be there at all, because I paid them to totally buff this car. And part of the dirt line right here, as you can see, is under the PPF. This here I could take off myself. I shouldn't have to, but this part here is under the PPF. And that shouldn't even be. That should not be at all. This line right here is not straight. And I mean, all of this up front is fine. I looked at all of that. There's like no issues up here in the front, and I don't understand why the mirror caps are such a problem. I know they're in odd shape, but right here it's starting to lift and there's some dirt under it. And it was lifting right there where I'm feeling, where they kept laying it down and it kept bubbling up. I got it to stay down by using some painter's tape and just leaving it on there all night long on a hot night, but now there's still dirt under it, so that's got to come off. And the original PPF, if I believe, wrapped around the cap, but they stopped it right here. So all of this where my hand is not covered by PPF. It goes from here across to here. So same thing on this side here. The PPF stops here, covers all of this, doesn't cover anything over on this side. And I don't really understand why that is. I'm going to address that also. But my biggest concern is this light. That's going to cost me thousands of dollars to replace both. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with that one over there. But like I said, I don't have any proof that they did it because I didn't notice it in time to say, hey, look at my car, what happened to it? So other than that, what else they did to it, like I said, they did ceramic coat the car. It is ridiculously glassy smooth. I mean, I don't have an argument with that. It is very smooth. And, they put this Porsche shields on it for me, which was what I wanted. I didn't want the usual Porsche or Carrera. I wanted something different. They did that, and they debadged it for me like I wanted, and they put just a Porsche crest on the back because nobody else has a Porsche crest on the back of their car, and I wanted that. So, and they, of course, PPF'd it all. I mean, ceramic coated it all and PPF'd the front, which they call a bikini PPF, which was the front forward, the hood, the bumpers, and all that's fine. So that's what we have right now so far, and we're about to get on down there and see what we can get accomplished. All right, so let this be a lesson to you. I'm generally a very, very cautious person. I question everything, but I'm going to tell you for sure that I was so impressed with the bikini PPF and the polishing and buffing and the ceramic coating job that they did on the car that I honestly didn't even walk around the car and look at the actual car. Okay. Yeah, they backed the car in, and when I got there, because when people want you to see the work they did, then they're gonna more than likely back the car in so you can see the front of the car. And so I'm not begrudging them from backing the car in, but of course it kind of threw me off. I was so happy with the work that I didn't bother to walk around the car and look at the car, which is why I didn't notice my tail light was damaged. I'm not blaming them, but I'm not blaming them. I don't know when that damage to my tail light happened. But even the work, when I picked it up the second time, the work on the mirror caps, it's just not good. I mean, they did an excellent job on the bikini PPF in the front, but the mirrors are just bad. I mean, they're just, it's bad work. And I'm kind of shocked and surprised that a company that has such a reputation for that type of quality work could blow the bikini PPF in the front out of the water with like no flaws, but can't do mirror caps. Doesn't make any sense to me. I'm on my way to another place to get a second opinion on these mirror caps, since it's just mirror caps. And I've already started making phone calls to find new taillights, which are going to probably cost me $1,500 on the low end for a pair, if I can even find them without buying them brand new. And I've seen them on eBay from China, but I'm not buying Chinese taillights. There's no freaking way I'm doing that. So anyway, let's go get this second opinion done. It's just mirror caps. It shouldn't cost that much money. The problem with living in a town like I live in, Bossier City, Louisiana, is you can't get stuff done. You can't get good work done automotive-wise for custom things. Our town is too small, and we just don't have good quality, not very many quality places, especially places that are willing to touch a 911. So, more to come. Like, share, subscribe, do all the other good YouTube stuff. Hype the video, push the like button so YouTube can send it out so I can get 100,000 views, 100,000 subscribers, so I can buy a McLaren. All right, so I just came back from getting a second opinion on these mirror caps as far as the PPF goes. The place I went to does this type of work. However, he's very selective in what he takes. He doesn't advertise. I was recommended to him by somebody else, and he even asked me, "How'd you hear about me?" Because he doesn't have a sign. He has like a building with nothing on it. I walked in there, and he was ceramic coating an SUV. So I did ask him about the mirror caps. I told him who did the work for me. I told him that Lux Auto Comsats from Shreveport did it. He's very familiar with them. He had nothing negative to say about their work in general. But he did say that when he looked at the PPF on the car overall, that he saw some things he would have done differently. But he said, in all fairness, had he done the work, somebody would look at his work and probably see something they would have done differently. But like, for instance, on the hood, I did not pay for them to PPF my hood and tuck the edges under, because it's a driver car. I wasn't going to spend the extra money for a complete wraparound PPF job, because it's a driver car. And if I had a 20,000 mile 911, maybe, but this thing's 100,000 miles. So, but he said that the PPF job is good. The mirror caps, he said he sees where my concerns are, but he said, you know what? Before he gives me a quote on doing the job himself, he said, just take it back, express your concerns. He acknowledged the concerns that I have. He said that he doesn't think they're insurmountable. They're not unfixable, which I know that. I'm just frustrated right now. So he said, just take it back, express your concerns. If they can't correct it to your liking, he said, bring it back. I'll take care of it for you. So they're not going to get to it today because they had 2 employees call out. That's what they told me. So they told me to bring it back tomorrow, which yesterday they told me to bring it in today. Today they're telling me to bring it in tomorrow, which by the time you see the video, all that will be over. But and I'll hopefully have an update So for right now, nothing. They know what my concerns are. I've sent all the pictures, and I still have not addressed the taillight situation. I've got emails out to a couple of auto parts companies around the country for prices on new taillights. And I know they're going to run me about $1,500, but you know, it is what it is. Like I said before, I can't blame them for doing it, and I can't not blame them. I don't know how my light got broken or cracked. I just got to take care of it. So for right now, like, share, subscribe, and watch another video until I post another video. Thanks for watching.